Chair now recognizes the gentleman from California, Mr. Tran.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I, too, am very saddened by the loss of our soldiers, and I send my condolences to their family. General, I salute and thank you for your years of service. Thank you so much, and appreciate you both being here to testify today. Tariffs have been in the news a lot lately, with President Trump leaving tariffs against our allies and adversaries alike. Like many people, I am deeply concerned about how these attacks will impact our military and diplomatic partnerships with our closest allies and partners. Ms. Thompson, with the Trump administration's imposition of tariffs on EU goods, which I expect could disrupt global supply chains critical to American defense manufacturing, how is UCOM preparing for possible delays for cost increases in defense equipment sourced from Europe?
Thank you for the question, Congressman. I'll start by saying, and again, I want to say this very respectfully, I'm not trying to be evasive, it's just the effects of tariffs specifically on the diplomatic relationship side or on the economic side are a little bit outside of my jurisdiction. What I would say from the defense perspective is we are acutely focused on making sure that we can have a strong transatlantic industrial base on both sides of the Atlantic, which includes reforms on both sides of the Atlantic. We certainly want the European Union to be open to continuing to partner with the United States as the defense relationship goes. And both of us, both the European Union and ourselves, have reforms that we need to make to ensure that the economic environment in the defense industrial base context is certainly robust enough that we can make successful investments together.
But you do recognize that these strains will cause an effect on our industrial base, yes?
It's something that we will be looking at and taking into consideration as we pursue the defense industrial base effort in particular.
General, what measure is UCOM taking to address potential strains in defense collaboration and ensure joint operational effectiveness?
So we continue with our exercise programs. We continue with our consultations with our allies. We continue to work very closely. UCOM continues to work very closely with NATO, with the Allied Command operations, and we move forward just in a straight military fashion, sir.
And as European nations aim to enhance their defense industries and reduce dependency on U.S. arms, how does UCOM assess the potential impact on NATO's collective defense posture?
Well, first, we need our allies to rearm in general. If they rearm with stuff, we want them to rearm with equipment that works with ours. In many cases, the easiest way to do that is to buy U.S. So during the course of this conflict, Congressman, the orders, the value of foreign military sales orders, that is our allies' orders to buy American equipment, have increased by 600%. There right now are 4,000 sales cases worth $265 billion that European nations are lined up to buy from the United States as arms manufacturers. As the Allied commander, I encourage that, right? I want more capability and capacity as fast as we can get it.
Have you seen any impacts of the recent tariffs impacting the 600% increase in those sales?
Sir, I have not. I have been here for the last week and a half testifying to the Senate and now here.
The deepening strategic partnership among China, Russia, Iran, North Korea pose an increasing challenge for the United States and its allies in Europe. I'm particularly concerned by Russian and Chinese economic and military partnership causing strain on individual European countries within the NATO alliance. General, how is UCOM working with European partners to deter or expose CCP efforts to fragment NATO cohesion through strategic investments?
Sure, sir. The first way is through intel sharing. Right, we have a number of different, we have many bilateral intel channels, but we also have a few lesser known multilateral intel sharing fora. And in those, we talk about these things. The Department of Defense, UCOM, also works closely with our State Department colleagues in missions throughout the alliance because they really have the lead in helping our allies avoid malign Chinese investments. Finally, as I mentioned to a member earlier, our exercise program specifically uses infrastructure that we want to be sure of the reliability of. So we vary what we do and where we do it so that we're always testing the reliability of our infrastructure. And when we find a problem, we talk to our host nation about it right away.
Thank you, General. Thank you, Ms. Thompson. Chairman, I yield back.